What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the podcast. Today we're talking about negative self-talk. Do you ever notice how mean you are to yourself? Probably not, because it's coming from yourself and you don't realize that you're being mean. But think about when other people are being mean to you, or when somebody else is being mean to somebody that you love. When somebody else is being mean to somebody that you love, you want to fight back. You want to say something back. You want to defend that person. Same with you. When somebody's talking about you to your face, you want to defend yourself. You want to clap back. When someone is saying mean or negative things to you, immediately you want to tell them to shut the fuck up. Like, you want to tell them something. But when it's you telling yourself something like that, you believe it. Mainly because it's in your mind. So you feel like it is true because it's not coming from something external. You're thinking it. So then you actually start feeling it. And that is something very dangerous because the way that you talk to yourself becomes the way that you see yourself. And eventually it becomes the way that you live your life. But it's all good because that's why I'm here. I'm here to talk about negative self-talk, judging yourself, and why you need to stop being your own bully. Healing is not just about what you do. It's about how you speak to yourself during your growth process. Your mind is always listening. So that's why you got to be aware of what you are saying out loud and saying to yourself inside what you're thinking. You have to keep in mind that your conscious is always listening to you, to your thoughts, every complaint, every insult that you say to yourself, and even the positive things, okay? Your mind absorbs it all, whether you're talking positively or negatively about yourself. Just think about that right now. If you are absorbing every negativity that you are telling yourself and you believe it and you think it just becomes your life, because your personality becomes your personal reality. So if you are negative inside, your whole environment externally, it's just going to be negative. Just imagine how your life will be if you start saying positive things. If you bring in positivity into your life, into yourself internally, if you start saying positive things, start thinking positively, your whole life is going to be positive. Honestly, that's just it. That's it. I'm ending the video. That's honestly it. A lot of people don't realize that they're literally programming themselves with negativity every day. Saying things like, I'm awkward, I'm weird, I'm not worthy of love, I'm unlovable, I'm crazy, I hate myself, I'll never be successful. It's just all these things that they're consistently saying about themselves, these negative things. And if you're like that, then you wonder why you feel stuck, why you feel depressed, why you're feeling anxiety, why you're insecure, why you're unmotivated, and why you feel disconnected from yourself. Your words carry energy. The relationship that you have with yourself is built from repetition. So if you're talking to yourself badly every single day, judging yourself, complaining about your life, of course you're not going to have any confidence. Your confidence level is going to be down here instead of up here. Your inner voice becomes your reality. Don't fake your positivity. Don't pretend like everything is okay. I know a lot of people like to say fake it until you make it, but you want to acknowledge your feelings. You want to acknowledge your thoughts. You want to acknowledge everything that you're saying, because that's how you become conscious of what you're saying. That way your subconscious stops repeating that, because when you're conscious about it, you're aware. You want to get to the root cause of that. Why you keep having these negative thoughts about yourself, why you keep saying these negative things to yourself, and you become aware of how your personality, your thoughts, your belief system, everything that you're saying, your words become your reality. And then the switch flips. You start doing something about that. You start changing all of that negativity to positivity, because there is a huge difference between being honest with yourself and emotionally abusing yourself. You want to acknowledge the feelings and not just push them away or mask it and saying everything is okay, everything is okay. Everything is not okay. And you have to accept that. And then you want to do something about that. You want to acknowledge your flaws without destroying your self-worth. And instead of focusing on those flaws, on what you aren't so great at, you want to focus and pour all your energy onto what you are good at. You want to dedicate yourself and put your energy into that and focus on that and celebrate yourself for the wins, big or small, instead of dwelling on what you didn't accomplish. You can want better for yourself and work on being better and still love yourself the way that you are right now. That is real healing. You're probably hurting your feelings every single day. You wake up and immediately you're criticizing yourself. You're dwelling on everything that you have to do, and then you start feeling negative. You're thinking about everything you have to do for the day, making a list, and you're feeling as if you have to do it, not that you want to do it. So you feel negative and you're like, ugh, I don't want to do this. And it just puts you in a very bad mood. And if you go on your phone right when you wake up, you go on social media, and what do? You start comparing your life to other people's lives. You focus on on everything that's missing in your life instead of focusing on everything that you do have and being grateful for everything that you currently have. You're criticizing your body, picking at the things that's wrong with you, that you think is wrong with you, and you start focusing on everything that you just haven't accomplished yet. When instead, you should look at everything you have accomplished, all the baby steps, every little thing that you have accomplished to get you to where you are at right now. And you don't realize how heavy that becomes emotionally. Your mind becomes a very unsafe place. You should be your own safe place, not your biggest enemy. You should be able to come to yourself without any judgments. You should be able to come to yourself for love. You should be able to love yourself fully, unconditionally, just the way you are. You have to start being kind to yourself and talk to yourself gently, especially during the hard times, you guys, because I know everybody loves the good times and they clap for themselves and they feel good, but you have to show up and support yourself during the hard times as well, because growth already feels uncomfortable. Growth feels uncomfortable. Life gets hard sometimes. The world can be very fucking crazy. Why would you add more pain to yourself internally? You're already seeing all this external shit going on. It's wild, but you want to be your own safe place. You are your home. So how are you internally? You want to be able to come to your true self and be there for you and love yourself. You want to be full of love, not hate and negativity. And you're probably out here waiting for somebody to love you. But how do you expect somebody to love you when you don't even love yourself? You don't accept the real you. Other people are not going to love you for the real you. They're going to not even love you. They're going to like you probably for somebody that you are pretending to be. You can't feel confident when you're constantly tearing yourself up internally. Your inner voice isn't supporting you. It's destroying you. Confidence isn't perfection. Some days you're more confident than others. And it's just this constant, I don't want to say battle. It's a work in progress all the time. There's things happening in life. Shit happens. Life happens. You go through things. You just always have to show up and love yourself, because honestly, it starts with self-love. If you fully love yourself and if you feel whole no matter what, whether somebody else loves you or not, whether other people are supporting you or not, that's confidence. When you don't rely on nobody, just on you, when you feel whole no matter what. Confidence is supporting yourself emotionally no matter what. It's time that you focus on your strengths, you guys, instead of your weaknesses. You probably invest all your time obsessing over your weaknesses instead about obsessing over your strengths. Not everybody's perfect. There are some things that you are better at than other things. So start focusing on those things. And you have to realize that other people are not perfect as well. You can't do everything. There's not one single person that can do everything that's good at everything. You keep focusing on what you're bad at instead of focusing on what you're good at. And having that mindset keeps people stuck. Everybody has strengths. Everybody has gifts. There are people that are good at the same thing, but they're still very different. Everybody has their own creativity and creates things differently. Everybody is authentic in their own way. Everybody has things that makes them unique. Celebrate yourself every single day, everything that you do. And it's not about achieving this big thing, but celebrate your little things, like taking yourself out on walks and connecting with yourself instead of going out and partying and drinking and disconnecting. And especially if you've survived things that you thought you wouldn't survive, that you wouldn't get out of, you fucking did that. You did that. You got yourself out of there. So be proud of yourself and think about that. Think of everything that you have achieved. You shouldn't feel worthy only when you achieve something big, when you get a new job. It's not really all these big things, external things, these materialistic things. It's the internal things. Healing is getting out of bed. It's brushing your hair. It's being more patient with yourself, setting boundaries, choosing peace over chaos, trying again even when you fail, being consistent and showing up for yourself every single day, and most importantly, loving yourself. You have to celebrate all of it. The more you focus on your strengths, the more your confidence grows. Complaining will not change anything in your life. And that's whether you're complaining something about you, about your life, or about other people. Complaining without taking action changes nothing. And you shouldn't even be complaining when you're taking action, because you're still staying stuck in that energy. Let's say you don't have the best of friends. If you are talking bad about them, that's not going to make them any better friends. And if you keep complaining, it's not like they're gonna do something or change. No. You probably have to cut them off and just make new friends. But first you have to become your own best friend, because you're probably with negative people, unloyal people, because you are like that. you are negative. You are unloyal to your true self. You have to ask yourself why you're still staying in situations that are draining you. Focusing on what you lack, on what people lack, and focus on what you can control. You can control who your friends are. You can let them go and cut them off. You can change yourself. You can build a healthy relationship with yourself. Focus on your energy, your mindset, your boundaries, your healing, your goals. Focus on fucking loving yourself because negativity spreads. Just like positivity spreads, negativity spreads. So why choose negativity over positivity? If you keep focusing on what's wrong with you and with other people, you're going to stay in this negative state. You're training yourself to just live a negative life. That's exhausting and that's not a peaceful life. You have to start speaking to yourself with love. You might not mean it at first. You won't believe it at first, but you eventually will because you will start feeling it. Start telling yourself that you are growing, that you're beautiful, that you're lovable, that you're healing, that you're becoming stronger, that you love yourself, that you're proud of yourself. You're learning and you're worthy. Tell yourself all these positive things. These are all positive affirmations that you should be telling yourself every single day. Repetition is key. When you start repeating all these things every single day, you start believing it. Your life isn't just going to change overnight. You're not going to change overnight. It's going to take some time. You have to be consistent. You have to put in that fucking work. But it will change. Slowly but surely. And it also depends on how fucking badly you want it. Like if you want to change, like you're just fucking ready, shit can change, you know? But you have to really fucking want it. Because when you start loving yourself, supporting yourself, and encouraging yourself, you stop depending on everyone else to validate your worth. So stop being hard on yourself, dude. Talk to yourself with love. Talk to yourself with patience. Be patient with what you are doing. You want to talk nice to other people. You want to be nice to other people. So do that with yourself. Be nice with yourself and talk nicely to yourself. Tell yourself that you love yourself, but also show yourself love because remember that your mind is always listening. So start today. Set a goal, try it for 30 days and watch how after 30 days you're going to feel so much better. And you don't need nobody to tell you how proud they are of you. You don't need nobody clapping for you. But I'm here to tell you that I am proud of you. I see you. You have done so much and you should be proud of yourself. Start focusing on your strengths, on what you can do, on what you can control. If this video resonated with you, I really hope that you listened clearly, that you took notes, and that you actually take action if you really want to see the change internally and externally. Or if you feel like somebody else needs to listen or watch this episode, send it over to them and others. Thank you so much for watching and listening to this episode. I will talk to you guys in the next episode. Peace.